And now back to Amador Live on 5.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching TSPN's Amador Live. Joining us this morning is Nora Hiller. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Now, you are a local chef, a caterer, and a cooking teacher.
Yes.
And local means where?
I live in Ione.
In Ione.
Oh, very local.
Very good. And today we're going to prepare an apple cake.
Yes.
In a couple of different forms, it looks like.
A couple of different forms. By now, everybody's been to Apple Hill. They all have a huge box. They've made one pie, and they don't know what to do with the rest.
So here's an idea.
Yes, and even if the apples have gone a little bit soft, it's okay.
Now, what's the best apple to use for a cake?
The best one for this is a Granny Smith or a Pippin, a little bit tart. Okay. But this cake, if you have a sweeter apple, just cut the sugar down by about a tablespoon. It'll be just fine.
Very good.
Okay.
Where do we start?
We're going to start out by taking some nuts. If you don't want nuts in this, it's perfectly fine.
Let's test these real quick. They're a roasted almond?
They're a lightly toasted almond. Any nut should be toasted for about 10 minutes at 300 degrees, brings out the flavor. So then they're already toasted and chopped. Now we're going to go ahead and start whipping the 2 eggs. Get them to lighten up just a little bit.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I've got really high quality cinnamon. This is not something to scrimp on.
Now how do you purchase high quality cinnamon?
I buy mine through Penzi Spices on the internet, penzi.com. But definitely don't want to get a cheap one. And then I have a...
Now, does cinnamon oxidize or lose its flavor?
Yeah, it's something that should be kept. You don't want to buy more than you're going to use in about 6 months.
Oh, really?
It should be kept cool and dark. But the great big giant tubs for $3 really aren't the ones to buy because there is cinnamon and there's cinnamon. This is a particular favorite of mine, which is a Vietnamese cinnamon. It's much stronger than regular. And then I've got salt and baking soda in here. Again, you want to keep your baking soda nice and fresh. If you haven't purchased it in the last 6 months, dump the box in your refrigerator down your drain.
Really?
And put the one that you have in your cupboard into your refrigerator and buy a new one. It's very cheap, and without being really good and fresh, it's not going to work. Now that the eggs are nice and light, I'm going to drop this seed here.
Now they've lightened up because some air has been incorporated.
Right, and we can see they're a little more lemony color. I'm going to slow the speed just a little bit so I don't fling sugar all over you.
Thank you. And that's about how much sugar?
This is 1.5 cups of sugar.
All right.
Get the last little bit here. And then I'm going to go back up and get that beat in real nicely. Okay. Now I've prepared my pan.
Now we were talking about this pan earlier. It's a
beautiful pan.
Cast aluminum bunt pan, and it's very distinct.
Yes.
The pattern.
There are now a number of these. They can be purchased right down the street here at the Home and Farm, and also at Walmart. And they're really fun for a cake that you want to have a simple cake. This one over here, we're going to just dust with powdered sugar.
Right.
But they're really fun.
That's non-stick. Do you line that or do you coat that?
It's non-stick, but I still will spray it with Pam just to make sure that it comes out nice and clean and that we get all the details. So I've already sprayed that one. Okay, so we're nice and light here with these. Got a 1/2 cup of oil. I'm going to also reduce this so don't cover us in it. And get that incorporated. We're using oil instead of butter in this cake. It keeps it a little bit moister at room temperature. A butter cake is going to harden. We're going to finish this one with a buttercream frosting, and so if we had that cake with butter in the cake itself, it would have been harder.
Right, I see.
Okay.
I see.
Now we've got 2 teaspoons of really nice vanilla. Again, we don't want to scrimp on that.
Very good. Now, is that vanilla extract?
Pure vanilla extract.
Pure vanilla extract. Okay.
No imitation, please.
All right.
Okay. That's nicely mixed. Now we've sifted together the cinnamon, powdered sugar, or pardon me, cinnamon, salt.
A little baking soda.
Baking
flour.
soda.
That's just regular all-purpose flour.
Regular all-purpose flour.
I love this little tool.
I did too.
Yeah. Let's see, I'm putting it from the camera there.
Actually, I should have sifted it with a sifter, but this is just a little roux whisk. And they're really fun, just to lighten it up and get it all mixed nicely. Okay. And we'll try not to make too big of a mess here. It's probably Holy cow.
Get the horse guys in here.
Okay. Okay. There we go. And this dough will be very tight. This bowl is supposed to stay put on me.
Okay, you want me to hold that while you...
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. And this looks real tight in the beginning, but once we add in the apples...
Tom says he gets to lick
Okay,
them.
good.
He called it.
All right. Once we add in the apples, that will loosen it up.
Okay.
So I'm going to just finish this up. So it looks really almost like biscuit dough right here.
All right. So we add the apples. Now these take the place of some of the oil or fat
Yes,
in another
they
cake,
do.
don't they?
They make a very moist cake. Okay. And then we're going to stir these all in. And
That's quite a bit of apples.
that's a lot of apples. The whole thing is really dense like that. And the nuts. And we're running a little short of time here. So,
That's okay. We're all right.
so once this is all mixed in, I'm going to put it into the bunt.
Now this gets into the bun. How high do we fill a cake like this? Because
This particular cake pan is more full than you generally have a cake pan. So you don't worry. This is going to be about 3/4 full.
Okay.
And so I'd like to show you the finished product, if I might.
Absolutely.
Bake that. That takes about 55 minutes.
Okay.
So we have 2 cakes here. One I've done with buttercream, and one that...
Now that's a great little shaker.
This little shaker is actually a tea.
Look at all this.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful. It's like snow.
There we go. Okay.
Don't put your fingers all over the cake.
My little friend.
Okay. So
We're gonna take a quick little break. We'll bring our other guests back, and then we'll finish talking about your other cake. Okay?
all right, great.
Stick with us, everybody. You're watching TSPN's Amador Live.